All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Welcome in. Good evening. Quick little intermission there from our firefighting, epic little firefighting. I think it's so fun, man. It is so fun to be flying around, trying to get the angles right. I've got some ideas with FS Fire. Huge shout out again, Jeff Fabiano, for a little super tanker, bringing in the heavy guns. I've got some ideas on that. I want to make a mission. I want to fly MD-11, and I can open it up to members. I think that'd be fun. I've got good ideas. I think I like that program. I think for $15, you can definitely do some very unique things. So if you didn't catch it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we just did a firefighting stream earlier, a little bonus content, got to mix it up, but here we are back in the 737. You know, I thought this livery was going to be pretty good, but the more I look at it, it looks like it's kind of broken up with the exterior, but hey, we're gonna see what it looks like as it gets a little bit closer. But Southwest 737 MAX 8. I was on a MAX 8 for 6 hours yesterday. Way longer than I wanted to. I'll tell you that story. I forgot to tell it to you on the stream yesterday, but spent a lot of time on the MAX 8 as of late, so I figured let's end the weekend here, for me anyway, with the MAX 8 stream. Going on a little staycation vacation tomorrow, so I won't be around for the next few days, so I figured I'd double up on the content today, let you guys have some stuff to watch over the holiday weekend and into next week. So let's rock and roll. Oop. Problem is, I'm out of coffee, AJ. I'm out of coffee, and I didn't have time to run over there and get another one. But yeah, they didn't have any horchatas, man. They were all out. Thanks for $3 super chat. V1 confirm SWA Cheese First Officer. I tell you what, man. You're doxing me there. You're doxing me, AJ. Yeah, the cheese man. The cheese man. Al, you think this livery is busy? I mean, you know, it looked better when they did the little showcase review, I think. I don't know. I still like it. But it is pretty busy, Al. You're right. It is pretty busy. Welcome in. What's up, Haas73? This guy landing, think guy landing Phoenix took lessons from your last trip. Smashdown. Uh-oh. Not good, 737. No, Haas. What's up, man? Good to see you. Prodigist Aviation Dude, you're not going to join because you get X-Plane needed itself, huh? Well, that's no good. That's no good. We're landing 1-3 left or right. Prodigist, we're going to plan to land 1-3 left. So, the reason we're doing this flight, I flew 7-3. It was an NG, though. JFK 1-3 left, RNAV X-ray, I believe it's called. We'll look at it here. It's basically the Kitech IGS going into Kennedy, which is pretty cool. Now, it's not the terrain and everything, and the city stuff is not as good, but it's still pretty fun. So, and as far as, you know, real world flying, I haven't flown that approach in many years. So to be able to fly the 7-3 in there, complete total full manual control, no flight directors, was a lot of fun. So I look forward to recreating it here on the sim. Now, we are in the MAX. I don't know if my FMC is going to work with SimMap Pro. I don't think it will, which is going to make me very sad. But let's go ahead and fire this thing up, and let's see what the night brings. We sped the time forward because I want it to be nighttime. It's 7:11, I think, is sim time, because we do want to fly up there into the evening, into complete darkness, so we can pick up the rabbits running into 1-3 left. We are at the Vertical Sim Myrtle Beach. Love myself some Myrtle Turtle. We got a 319 over there. The Cinnabon, AJ, is like right here. It's like right here somewhere. That's where I get my Cinnabon and Caribou. Now, the MAX being the MAX, I can't get the jet bridge to attach, so we got to use air stairs today on Southwest. But should be fun. Let's fire it up and see what's going on. Mustafa, good to see you. Who painted this? Was looking for this livery. It's the only one on FSTO for the MAX. I don't know, are those rivets supposed to be shown like that? If they are, then good job. If not, I thought it looked kind of weird, those rivets showing like that. But it's the only one on Flight MTO that I could find, Mustafa. I can't. Listen, Flight MTO, I cannot search anything on there. I just Google Southwest Independence 1, I fly MAX, and then it'll bring up the Flight MTO livery. Flight MTO is atrocious. I don't really know much about interwebs and coding, but I could probably build a better website than Flight MTO, let's be honest. And that's saying a lot. All right. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Take a listen to the good old Boris audio, too, because I love some good Boris audio with the 7.3. Plus, we haven't flown this in a little while, so let's see what she sounds like. All right, we'll go ground. Let's go ground power. Boom, ground power is coming on up to the overhead here. Do a little test. Throw you into nav. Align nav, align nav. Wonderful. Dome light can stay off. That's a oxygen check. That's oxygen normal. There we go. Broadband switch. We'll turn you on. Oh, we can't turn it on. That's fine. That's so cool how it actually, I don't know if the sound works for you the same way, but in my headset, it's left speaker than right speaker, just like it is in the real jet, which is pretty cool. We'll take a listen. We'll take a look at our systems, hydraulics. We got 99 in the quantity. That looks good there. Callie Simmer, good to see you. Thank you for the 48-month support. Hey, finally got my 4 wings. 48 months, Callie Simmer. What is that, 15 years? My goodness, thank you for the support. These 4 years went crazy fast. Cheers to my favorite bus pilot. Oh, wait, now Boeing. Oh, well. Callie Simmer, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Welcome in. I heard you're not going to be up at Expo this year. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I'm going to be up there. So I thought you were going to be snooping around, maybe with wrong side crew, but I guess he's not going either. So it's going to be just me running solo, you know? Yeah. I'm going to try to hide from Bill's Mafia. So, yeah, thank you for the 4 years of support, Callie Simmer. Really, really appreciate you. All right, come down here. Yeah, I can tell. Oh, it's such a bummer. My FMC's not going to work with this thing. How do they not have the 7.4 SimApp Pro profile for the iFly yet? It's the same freaking FMC. I guess we'll have to fly it with the box down here. All right, no worries. Let's go ahead and do our overhead flow. Let's get the yaw damper on. Center tank fuel, we have some now, but we probably won't have any. Let's go ahead and put the center tank fuel pump on. APU gen 12 o'clock. We'll get cabin utility IFE switches can come on. That looks good. Emergency exit lights, we'll arm that. Guard is closed. No smoking can stay on. Seatbelts off. Window heat. 1, 2. Forward entry doors open. Test here. AJ, yeah, it works with the 7.3 FMC, but the 7.3 FMC is not what I want it to work with. I want it to work with the 7.4 FMC, which is like the 7.3 Max FMC. AJ, come on, my man. Come on. Stick with me here. Stick with me here. All right, auto APU bleed can come on. Let's see. Our cruise altitude this evening is 35,000 feet. I'm pretty sure Kennedy is 0, so we'll put 0. Approach is 13 left. Correct. 13 left. 13 left. Logo lights could come on. Position and strobe can go to steady. Over to here. Well, I do have my FCU cam, so we can throw that on. Let's go terrain mode, flight director, auto throttle, flight director. We'll take a look at our speeds and LNAV, VNAV here in a little bit. We won't have any ATC, so we'll just set our cruise altitude in here. Let's go ahead and bump that up to flight level 350. 350 is set there. Coming across the board, test, tapes and 8s. Wheel well light doesn't illuminate. Wonderful. Just as anticipated. Coming across here, we'll do RTO, fuel flow reset, back to rate. Test the FO side. Wonderful. Coming around here, we do have the extra switch because we are the max. We'll skip the, we can do the, can we do a jip whiz test? Probably won't work, right? Because we are not aligned, right? We'll go FMC. And parking brake is set. First flight of the day. We'll simulate, I guess, for us. So we'll do a little fire testing. Belt cutout. I gotta get my views reset. That looks good. Bottles, left, right, checks. Cargo fire noise. Lights as normal. Everything looks good. Squawking 2000. We'll throw you on TARA since we're not going to have a squawk today. We'll just keep it at 2000. That looks good. I'll just go back to full screen cam because we don't need that anymore. Door is set and trims. Rudder 0 looking good. Kill that. Let's go ahead and start programming. Man, time flies when you watch the best streamer around. Ken LeMay, kind words. Appreciate you, man. Very, very kind. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Let's go ahead and go GPS left position right here. Route page. Flight plan request. Does it work? I forget. Let's go menu, ACARS. Oh, that's not simulated. Let's see if flight plan request works on the iFly Max. I don't remember. Do you guys remember? Get a little background, little AFDS floodlight. Pull this out of the way. Main panel lights so I can brighten up my FCU. Wonderful. All right, it is ready. Route 1 uplink ready. This must be going to Phil. No, we're headed up to JFK, my man. JFK. Flight plan to load. Man, I really... How... Should I put my 737 FMC? I don't want to do that. There's a 737 FM... Because then the buttons are all off, right? We'll activate. We'll execute that. We'll just leave it as is. Perfinite. Let's leave you there. Legs. Departure, arrival. Let's start with that. Departing Myrtle. What are the winds doing here in Myrtle? Where can we find out what the winds are doing in Myrtle? Surely. Performance and payload. That's where we're going to have to set our own performance. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's just take off runway 36. Thrust set. I have the, well, no, I have the 747 FMC for this exactly, but I can't use SimMap Pro with it. I have to use MobiFlight, and MobiFlight's driving me nuts. So, because the 747 FMC has the exact same button layout. The only difference is the NavRad is the N1. That's the only N1. So, that's why I like the 7.4 FMC. But it doesn't, apparently, it doesn't work with the iFly default. I don't know if there's some SimMap profile or something I can do. I don't know. I mean, you feel like by now they'd be like, oh, it's only one button off. Why don't we just make a default profile? But whatever. Jeff Fabiano's in the house. What's up, man? I only subscribe for Airbus content. What is this? Hey, Airbus is dead to me, dude. We're flying a man's airplane tonight, Jeff. As I'm loading up my real-world charts because I don't want to mess with the iFly EFB as much as possible. All right, info and weather. That was a lot of fun, though, Jeff. Dude, I've got an idea, man. I'm gonna want to create a custom mission for heavy tankers. I'll have to take the MD-11. We're gonna do that again, man. But I'm gonna like really look for some challenging area. I want to go all in and make a super challenging mission, maybe even with fuel, like fly an actual flight over there. Could be fun, man. That was a ton of fun today. Thanks for doing that, man. Winds 200 at 16. We're blasting off 1.8, chat. We're blasting off 1.8. All right, 1.8 it is. Execute. Departure, arrival, Kennedy. This is where it's going to get exciting. We're going to do the we're going to do the RNAV, which is, I want to do the exact same approach. It was the RNAV, 1-3 left, and it is the, there's not two of them, is there? I want to do the RNAV Zulu. RNAV Zulu, which is the visual. 1-3 left. RNAV Zulu. No transition. We're coming off the Cameron 5. Execute. Leg page. Route data. Winds request, please. And let's see. I'm going to be flying today, so we'll throw that over on that side. We'll let the winds load up here. Turn these screens down a little bit. They're a little bit bright. There we go, a little bit bright there. Coming in here. Are we going to get RINs? Yes, we'll load that. 1-3 right is more fun? Nah, well, I landed 1-3 left, so I want to do exactly like I did in the real airplane last night. All right, 1-3 left. Did we get descent winds with that? Forecast. Descent wind. No, it should have loaded both. Timu. I subscribe to the new channel. What is it? Andrew, what's up, man? Thank you for that. Appreciate you. So it's going to be shorter form content and videos. So I've got a video that I'm working on releasing. It's going to be talking about visual patterns with Beyond ATC. That'll be on the V2 channel. Any fun moments that happen on the V1 channel that'll be cut down into shorts, like watching Jeff Faviano almost snap roll the 747 there on the hills while we're firefighting on the pull up. That'll be in the V2 Shorts channel. So all the little moments will be published over there. Also teaching moments, you know. So anytime we get down and dirty and it's, you know, a 3-4 hour stream, a lot of times those teaching moments get lost.
Whoa, whoa, Boss is dead to you? Come on now. Come on now. Sounds like you need a strong latte, so here you go.
Hey, Callie Simmer, thank you so
you're
much.
Still okay in my book.
Callie Simmer, appreciate you for the bank angle check. Yeah, you know, I could use another latte. I I had an espresso before when we were doing the firefighting, but I didn't have enough time to go get a second espresso. Maybe up in cruise. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I want to have espresso at 5 o'clock at night. But thank you so much, Callie Summer. Definitely tomorrow morning. Going to need it. Going on a little staycation. So appreciate the support. Thank you, Callie. All right. I'm going to load. I think we have to load this first, right? I always forget and I always end up just doing it this way. So let's play the game here with the iFly. Total passengers. We have 126. When are they going to release an update for this thing, too? All right, set payload cargo. Let's see, forward and aft. 4,400 pounds. So let's just set, I tell you what, let's set 3,000. And we'll set 1,200. Boom, boom. Fuel, we're looking for total fuel today, 12.1. Planned trip fuel, I need, let's go 12.2. 12,200 set fuel. Did it give me 12.2? It gave me 0 fuel. Total fuel. Set fuel. Thank you. Done. Complete. Excellent. All right. I'm not going to use any of those speeds because they drive me nuts. Using live weather? Yes, the JFK METAR is not looking great. I am aware, unfortunately. I am aware. All right, let's go ahead and bring this in. Reserves are going to be 5,000. Actually, it's going to be IFR reserve. We'll do 7,350. Execute. N1 limit. We're doing a 28K. Actually, yeah, we'll do a 28K. Why are we using reserve fuel? Do we not have an alternate? Let me look at SimBrief real quick. Did they give us an alternate? Yeah, we should have plenty. Oh, Hartford, not much better. 12.1. All right, let's go back to reserves. What'd they give us for alternate fuel? Not a whole lot. Eesh. All right, 5,000. I guess it is a max. I should get rid of that light. All right, we'll do a 28K, no due rate because it's I want to get maximum. We'll do flaps for Boris purposes 5. CG 23.2 is set 30, 31, 44. We'll set 144 up here. All right, so we got 144. Course out of here is 280. Heading 280. And last but not least, first officer's course line, 280. All right, 280. We should be able to be VNAV and LNAV. No, we won't be LNAV off the ground. We'll be deselected. We'll be heading off the ground. So correct, VNAV up to 350. Fuel, we got to reset. We're going to do this. Fueling is complete. We don't have anything in the center. Seatbelt sign will come on. Let's get the APU cooking. And let's take a listen. All right. V1, are you that pilot? Allegedly. What's up, D-Doom? Good to see you, man. The new 2024 version can't come soon enough. We have the new EFB. I hate this Boeing thing. I know, Andrew. I've seen pictures of it. What was that? All my USBs just unplugged and replugged. Interesting. Rearm the auto throttle. Interesting. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Or a sign of bad things. Simflyer, long-time watcher, first-time member. Thank you so much for joining the channel, Simflyer. I had to leave during the last stream, but if you ever need a po' boy while at DFW Seagates, come by Papado and ask for Will, Simflyer. I'm going to hold you to that, Simflyer86. I'll ask for Will. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Thank you, man. I could definitely go for a po' boy sometimes up there in DFW. All right, APU is up and running. APU bleed is on. That's on. I tell you what, let's go ahead and put the APU on buses. Let's juice up the overhead panel lighting. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. We're not going to waste too much time here, guys. We're pretty much ready to go. Let me make sure flight directors are still on. Yep, everything is still on. Flight director, we're VNAV. We're heading off the ground, 280. All increased bank, 30 degrees. Flew the Parkway, visual 13 left at JFK this morning on a triple. Nice, dude. Nice. That's what we're going for. All right. I think we're ready to go. Ooh, we got a, wow, we got a lot of people on board here. Let me turn off Alt 2. We got a couple of people. 2 over there, 1 there. We got a heavy 777. Oh, wow. My goodness. Let's close up shop and get out of here. We're doing our own speeds. We're not using these speeds. So we'll go here. We'll go terminal charts. Use airports from FMS. Myrtle Beach. Complete. We're going to do Myrtle. There's not much other than the taxi diagram. So wonderful. Myrtle Beach right here. We're going to start up. We're going to pass runway 18. Sorry, not 280. Heading, what is it? 177. Let's reset course line. 177. Heading 177. I love the Boer sounds on these. 177, 177 across the board. Excellent. All right, now we got to close up the door. So menu, system page. All right, forward entry, close. Page down, make sure everything looks good. All right, go back, ground support. We are on GPU power. We are. You are clear to disconnect. Cockpit to ground clear to disconnect. Chocks are being cooled. Let me make sure we go everything else. Radome is closed. Forward air stair, disconnect.
That'll be
set.
Radio check.
Loud and clear.
5-5.
All right, let's do it. Before start checklists. And before push, that's coming on, that's coming on. Anti-collision light is coming on. Verify. We have pressure up to 3,000. We do. Turn off that. Go to the, we'll turn off the system page. That is done. Doors lights are out. We are ready for pushback and start. Let's run a checklist. This is real life. It is real life, Nabil. Nabil, are you doing some cooking over there? I see some great screenshots. Before start checklist, parking brake, set. Oxygen, I didn't check it, but you guys did. Check. Navigation, transfer, display switches, normal and auto. Window heat, on. Pressurization, auto and set. Terrain display selected. MCP. All right. I'm flying. You're coming with me. Heading off the ground, 350. Set. Displays, checked. Auto brake. RTO. Fuel quantity distribution, we need 12.2, 12.2 on board. CDU, check. Engine start levers, cut off. Transponder, TA, RA, aileron rudder trim, 00. Departure brief, complete, fasten belts, on. APU. On buses, fuel panel, set. Flight forms AML. Oh, I still have a door light. Oh, no, yep. Flight forms AML on board, accepted aircraft 676 Romeo. Probe heat is on, hydraulic panel set, doors, windows, closed, lock, anti-collision lights on. We are ready to rock and roll. What gate are we pushing off of? I don't know why the registration is on the wingtip there. Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 357. Pushing back, we're planning 18 for departure. Cockpit to ground. Cockpit to ground, go ahead. Ready for brake release. A firm. Brakes release. Clear to push. Godspeed. I don't know where you're going to push us. We'll find out here together. Boeing cam up. Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Oh, my yoke cam died. Throttle cam works. Interesting. Yep, yoke cam is dead right now. Oh, chat, stop the push, stop.
Myrtle Beach traffic, American 346, pushing back.
Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 123, pushing back from the south side gates, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach American 2212 Heavy is going to be Bravo down for 1A. Loud and clear.
5 by 5.
Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. No, the stream wasn't muted. I guess OBS got jacked up. How about now? You should hear me now. So, what I was saying is I've moved my window view to be exactly, I'm gonna do it right about there, to do exactly where I was sitting yesterday. All right, good start on 2, isolate, ventilate, generator on 2, grounding 1. Let's monitor the startup on this one. I thought we were just listening to the sounds. Yes, APU is inside the terminal, unfortunately. As soon as I see this start to go, I'm going to flip the fuel and go to the engine views. Ah. Shh. Absolutely love it. Let's get away from the terminal. Good start on 2, cap. Boom, boom. All right, Gen's on bus. APU's coming down. I have a tug, a pin, a salute. Standby on the flaps. Flight controls, recall, check. Flight controls are free and correct. Let's go ahead and move forward, and then we'll do our flaps when we're outside of the terminal here. so it looks a little bit more juice. You're not supposed to drop the brake till the flaps are set. All right, let's go ahead and confirm flaps 5 for takeoff. 1, 2, 5. Excellent. All right, 1, 2, 3 across the board, and everything is pressurized. That's coming off. Taxi lights coming on. Myrtle traffic, Southwest 357, taxi runway 18, Myrtle. Let's go.
Myrtle Beach traffic, American 346, taxiing runway 18.
Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 123, taxiing runway 18, and we'll give way to traffic, Myrtle Beach.
All right, 350 is set, 177, 144 on the speed, V2 is set. We're going to be heading off the ground. Since we are southwest, let's run it the southwest way, or else you guys are going to drive me nuts the whole stream. We'll run those into con 2 minutes since we're not in auto. This is Myrtle Beach. This is Vertical Sim Myrtle. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic little airport. All right, let's go ahead and run before takeoff checklist above and below. Takeoff data and bugs. Closeouts received and checked. Flaps. Fife. Green light. Stab trim. 4.81 units.
American 2212 heavy, signaling 18.
Expertly set. Takeoff brief. It's going to be a heading departure left crosswind. Any questions? No questions. Completed. HUD. You guys want to use the HUD? Since we won't land with the HUD, let's take off with the HUD. Set. Generators. On. Air conditioning bleeds. Auto and set. MCPND. Blasting off runway 18 up to 35,000. Checked runway 18. PA. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. Complete. Lights set before takeoff. Check is complete, chat. Where's my HUD dimmer switch? Yeah. I'm not sure who did this one. I'd have to look at the name on the Flight Sim TO, but it is on Flight Sim TO for the iFly Max, a firm. I do have to say, I love the way the Max wing flexes, because it's a little bit heavier because you got this extra winglet out there, and it does this little extra juicy flap or wing wiggle. I know, because I watched it for 6 hours yesterday. iFly does a pretty good job. 501 Aviator for anybody. Oh, does anybody else have issues with iFly randomly turning right during cruise when LNAV is connected? Ooh. Hopefully I don't have that issue. You like it better than the Freedom 1, but 10x better? You know, I do like it. Oh, look at that MD-11. Is that Zippy? Nice. Bare metal MD-11. I didn't see him taxiing out. I would have watched that departure. There he goes. Heavy MD-11. That's sick. Love it. Love to see it. Zippy's officially the coolest dude on the stream. Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 357 to line up on my 18. We gotta give that heavy another minute or two, so let's go ahead. Lights. Perfect. Killer livery, dig the clouds. I mean, it's growing on me. I do like it a lot. I don't know if what's better, Freedom 1 or Independence 1. All I know is we got a 319 ready to go. All right, Max Toga. Spool them up 40%. Get some yogas in chat. Let's go. It's going to be the only yogas for pretty much the whole week. Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 357, departing runway 18, Myrtle. Got here just in time, Buttercup. This one's for you. Spool them up.
Total traffic, American 2212 is passing 5,500 feet in a right turn. Departure to the north, last call, Myrtle.
Toga. Kind of crazy. It does pull to the right on the ground. That's interesting.
V1.
Rotate. Positive right. Gear up. Fly with.
Myrtle Beach traffic, American 346 is lining up runway 18.
Golly, TOH is really ripping. Heading 150. Flaps 1. Let's keep that left turn going. Flaps up.
Myrtle Beach traffic, American 346 is departing runway 18.
Heading 090. The weather radar on. I don't think there's anything out there. Let's take a look.
Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 123,
Where's my
lining
radar?
up runway 18, Myrtle Beach.
Oh, we're in the max, that's right. Man, she's really overpowered today. 18 degrees for 250? No, Chief. Should have read about 10. Let's go ahead and get a direct 2. Zordo, execute LMAV. Oh, look at that. Beautiful evening departure. Screenshot right there, Nabil. That's almost straight out of Airframe Films. All right, up and after, please. That's up, that's up. Cabin's moving. Have takeoff checklist is complete. I don't know why it wants to climb at 15 degrees nose up. No weather out there. Back to terrain mode.
Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 123,
10,000.
departing runway 18, Myrtle Beach.
Chime them. Looking for 270 now. It's too yellow for Nabil. Wow. Looks just like 2020. Nabil should be right at home. Yes, we use the HUD thrust set. Captain uses the HUD every takeoff and every landing. You almost refuse to fly this? It's 501? I wouldn't say it's a buggy mess. It's still a nice airplane to fly. See, my problem is I have grown to love the Max more than the NG in real life. So now I really want to fly
Myrtle
the
Beach
Maxes.
traffic, south. Disregard.
Yeah, see, I don't know why Boeing cam is cooked. All right, we'll just leave no cams on. No cams tonight. Zippy, you're in 2020. Ah, should be right at home then.
Myrtle Beach traffic, American 346 is crossing 6000 in the left turn away from the airport. Final call, Myrtle.
I do like how they painted the winglet. Somebody said that. I do agree. The winglet painting is pretty sweet. This max profile I have for the Bruner is dead on too. Dead on. Pakistani International, that's right. All right, well, there's nothing else to do. We're flying straight out, so let's go. Come on, day. Command A is on. Kind of enjoy the climb out here. Which bug is hard to look past? 501, I missed it. You mentioned one earlier. There's a bug. All right, coming through 18. We'll set standards, STDs, you, me, and Steven. Plenty of STDs to go around.
123 is now turning left, north.
Man, there's a lot of people blasting off.
Leaving the airspace to the north. Last call, Myrtle.
Oh, they're synced up? Good. All right, standards across the board. They are synced. Rest of our lights are coming in. So wing lights are coming off. Logos, landing lights, all off. Let's take a look at our temps. Forward nav cabin are perfect. So that means the flight attendants are going to call up and want something different. See if we can't cool it a little bit for them back there. I'm going to have to explain that one to Mrs. Steven. Steven, you're going to be at Expo, right? I get to meet you this year? I'm going to get you, I got a sticker just for you, Steven. It's the actually sticker. Picking on Whiskey Throttle, ATA livery. Unbelievable. What about airplane turning left during cruise? Everything is subcorrect and will randomly turn left or right with V-nav on? 501 Aviator, that almost sounds like a binding conflict. Almost sounds as a binding conflict. Do you have a trim button bound or something? I second the question about Barry Seal, Tour de Americas. I'll be in the winter Southern Hemisphere soon, so good time for Duke flying. Well, Spurious Podge, I am happy to say that because IVEA seems to be running real smooth now, and those of you that at least seem to like flying along, if I got IVEA installed now, we will probably have to kick off Barry. We got to rescue him from Mexico. There is a few airports that I have already picked out that I want to bring Barry Seal to. There's a few airports that I've picked out already. Oh my gosh. How many people are going to Kennedy at a Myrtle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad for a last minute flight up to JFK. All right. Am I going to bring some merch? Josh FSD. So I'm going to bring some stickers. Let's see. I don't really have any merch to bring. I might, well, and the problem is I got to bring it on an airplane too. I don't have merch, says Water. What makes the Max more enjoyable to fly in real life compared to the NG? It's much smoother, John. So the Max in real life, whether it has to do with the fact that it's just a new airplane compared to the old NGs that we have, but there's more to it than that because some hydraulics is different. There's a little bit more stuff going on. The Max, the best way I describe it is it's easier to make smaller corrections with the Max, and it's just smooth. The NG, I mean, it's smooth, but it's just blocky. It feels blocky when you fly it. The NG just feels blocky. It's heavier on the controls. It's got a little bit more backlash in the yoke. It's just kind of trucky. The Max feels like a Cadillac compared to the NG. And so much so that the Max versus NG feeling wise is way greater than 320 versus 320 Neo. 320 versus 320 Neo, real world, doesn't feel all that much different. There's a little bit of difference, but not much. In the Max NG, definitely. Merch idea, cowboy hats, Nabil, I thought I tried, dude. I was actually going to do a bunch, I was going to do like 20 cowboy hats with the V1 logo on them. We'll see. I was legit going to do that. I'm actually, I might get a new hat for this year's expo. We'll see. It's going to be cooler up there, but it's still past Easter, right? So we got to wear a straw hat. I might get a new hat for expo. We'll see. I think I'm due for a new hat. I need a new straw. Well, I don't need a new straw hat, but the straw hat that I have, I do wear it frequently, and it's, you know, it's still a really nice hat, but I could get a fresh one for expo. I still haven't got my hotel room booked yet. I've got my hotel room. I haven't booked my tickets yet, so hopefully Evan over there at Expo still has some. I think I got an email saying that they're almost sold out. $100 a pop, man. Expensive. Got to pay for all that Delta profit sharing going up to MSP. Need to make where in the world is a Barry Seal shirt. I know, AJ, that'd be a good one. How do they compare to the 320 series Spurious? You really can't, like, I really can't compare a 7.3 versus 320 because it's completely different. What I will say though, when I was on the 320, I would swear up and down that, yeah, I'm still flying the airplane, man. The truth of the matter is you're not. Because now that I am flying the airplane in the 7.3, there's just different. There's such a difference between connection of what the airplane is doing and what you're commanding. Now, there is a skill that is required to be an exceptional Airbus pilot. You have, because we've said this before, the Airbus will make a bad pilot average and a good pilot average. If you want to be an exceptional Airbus pilot, you have to know what's going on computer-wise and use that to your advantage with your control inputs. If you can really get those talking to each other, control inputs, knowing what the computer wants to do, know what the jet's doing, that brings you above the average level in the Airbus. The 7.3, it doesn't make you better or worse, but if you want to stay alive, you got to stay sharp, because it will let you do things to it that you don't want to do to it consciously. The 7.3, I also feel like I know when I'm going to have a smooth landing versus a little bit of a chunky landing. I still haven't had a crasher. Well, I pray to God I never have a crash, but like a smasher. I've had a firm one. I've had a pretty good firm one, but I've still felt firmer from the Captain before, so I still know I can still land it harder. But with the 7.3, you know if you're really gonna grease it or not. The Airbus, you almost don't know. Like you could really do everything right and you still just kind of chunk it on. You're like, wonder why, you know? Wow, guys, look at what kind of, this is a vibe show out here. Nabil, we're vibing up here this morning. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Airbus, you don't always know if you're going to grease it or not. The 7.3, you know at 10 feet, the last 10 feet are between Boeing and God, and by 10 feet, you know if you're going to grease it or not. And what happens between 10 feet and 0, you may surprise you, but more often than not, at 10 feet, you already know. You already know what's coming at 10 feet. Mike P, thank you for the $5 super chat, 50 gifted subs as thanks. Whenever you get my Discord snafu resolved. Oh, my man. That's right. I totally forgot. I got to get this. I got to get your Discord snafu. I'm on it. I'm on it, Mike P. I will take a look in there. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Mike P, did I see on the last stream that you're going to be up? Are you going to Expo this year? I thought I saw something on that firefighting stream. It was hard to read the chat because, like I said, it was when you're talking, when you have a hot mic to someone else in their stream. I got to get my push to mute set up. If I ever do that again with Jeff, which I hope we do. I hope we do another firefighting one, and I really want to do a fishing. I think that'd be fun. I'd like to. I got to get my mute better, then I'll be able to read the chat more. We had a week of thunderstorms in Houston. Oh, Nabil, yeah, man, it's been pretty wild. And he dropped them anyway. Mike P dropping 50 gifted subs. My goodness me. Thank you so much, Mike P, for a massive 50 sub bomb. If you guys pick up a membership for Mike P, shout him out. say thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. I do appreciate you. A lot of green going through the chat tonight. A lot of green. Thank you, Mike B. What a guy indeed. Chris PT6. What's up? Chris, so I didn't realize you were flying the Transall, man. Dude, so Chris, we're gonna do I'm gonna make a legit mission for firefighting. It's gonna be awesome. I've got ideas, man. I've got some good ideas. Having that little FS Fire app has got my creative juices flowing. Looks like Zippy just fell out of the sky. You see the lightning down there? I want to change the view, but I feel like I'm part of Airframe Films right now. I don't know where Airframe Films would park it. I did see his picture in the Discord. He did like a top-down look. I don't know how you accomplish that. That was pretty hot, dude. Like up here. Yeah, man, it was so fun. I'm in the United Triple with you on this one. Oh, sweet, dude. I left all my lights on. I left a wing light on somewhere. Why do I have a wing light on? That's off. That's off. 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 Oh, taxi light. My bad. Taxi light's off. All right, let's do a drag cruise trim checks, shall we? Mike, he says, I know you're good for it. Thanks, man. Would you say these comparisons are just between Airbus and the 737 specifically, or overall all Boeing aircraft? Well, I'm going to say just between the Airbus and the 737, because there's other Boeing aircraft that are fly-by-wire, such as the 777, you know, that may fly a little bit different. I will not say I'm at liberty to discuss. All right, what we would do here, real world, we'd get our heading bug all synced up here like so. And then we would engage heading mode. I'd start the chrono, wait 30 seconds, take a look at our fuel, 464. We're 100 pounds out of bad, so 100 pounds out of bad. 100 pounds out of balance. So crossfeed on, and you wouldn't do this for 100 pounds. Oh, we're pretty much right at it already. You would transfer, move fuel, make sure you were balanced, crossfeed back off. We would turn the low side pumps off. And what I would do is I'd give it a shot of trim if we need it, but since it's flight sim, you don't ever need to use rudder trim. So now we'll just go right back to LNAV. We'll reset the clock. We'll zoom the range out a little bit. And we can let them walk around. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, reach our cruising out to 35,000 feet. Looks like we're going to get some smooth air for the time being, so we'll get that seatbelt sign off for you. However, I do ask that while you are seated, keep your seatbelt fastened just in case we run across some unexpected turbulence. As you can tell down there below us, we are flying over a little bit of weather. There's some convective activity, so as always, it'd be a good idea as an abundance of caution to keep that seatbelt fastened low and tight across your waist when you are seated. Right now, just about 375 miles to New York's John F. Kennedy Airport. We'll update you on the weather and the time of arrival. Let's go a bit closer. Right now, sit back, relax, enjoy the honey roasted peanuts that they don't serve anymore on Southwest Airlines because people have allergies, and I don't know what happened to the allergies in the 1990s, because apparently nobody had allergies in 1990 because we all had honey roasted peanuts and they were amazing, and now it's ruined. Enjoy the dry pretzels. Thrust set, my man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Talk to us about the HUD. How do you like it now that you have to use it IRL? You didn't care for it, still don't like it. I don't use it, Thrust set. I don't use it. Well, let me rephrase. So the captain is required to use the HUD for all takeoffs and landings. Or it must be deployed for all takeoffs and landings. Whether you're using it for reference or not, that's, you know, at their discretion. However, for landing, I do like it because if the visibility is low, you become what's called as a HUD cripple. If you learn the flare cue, you're going to grease every single landing with the flare cue. But then we call those captains they're HUD crippled, because when the HUD is in op, like in the last trip I did, the HUD was in op from our flight from Liberia. Oh, which is another flight we need to do in this stream. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this week. Liberia back to Miami, HUD was in op, captain's leg, but he greased it, so he wasn't a HUD cripple. It is good for landing. For takeoff thrust set, I still think it's too much. I think it's too much information. Especially for V1 cuts. When you do V1 cut and you're flying the HUD, I'd say it's probably split 60-40. 60% of guys prefer it, 40% of guys still like the PFD for takeoffs and landings, or for takeoffs. For landing, I think most everybody's on board with the HUD. But a takeoff is still, you can get kind of squirrely, and you can start chasing left to right when you're really chasing that HUD heading bug there on the runway if you lose an engine. But yeah, as far as my personal stance, I like it for landing. I still feel it's too much information for takeoff. Can this boomer pilot be quiet? I'm trying to sleep. Fubar says once you served him, the problem took care of itself. Oh my gosh. Chris says, I love the HUD for landings. Takeoff, Yep. I'm right there with you, Chris. Right there with you, man. Liberia is one of my favorite flying sim to vacate there. So SimFlyer, yes. So I've been to Liberia twice now. I actually had a really great overnight this last one. We had 24 hours there. Awesome. Awesome captain, too. It was a great trip. I don't know if we have an airport scenery for Liberia in 2024. I don't think we do. And when I checked it out briefly on my home PC, I didn't even see a terminal building, which is not good. However, I do want to stream a flight into there because when you come in from the north, man, the scenery, at least real world, coming in over the coastline and over the lakes and the volcanoes, it's beautiful. So that's going to probably be the next airliner stream we do is probably going to be going into Liberia, Costa Rica. MRLB. Dreamflight has MRLB? All right, we're going to have to do that then. Aviation Dude says, I don't use the HUD. The HUD is for lazy people. Jeez. How hard was the HUD to learn to use initially? It's the hardest part, Thrust Set, is training your eyes to pick which source of information you're going to look at. That's really it. Because once you understand... How do I unclick the brightness to auto? Okay, I guess it's stuck in whatever mode it's in. Once you understand the symbology, it's not crazy. But if you spent decades of your life looking here for the information, in a time of intensity, right? So, for instance, a V1 cut or an engine failure at V1, you gotta decide where you're looking for information. You're either going to be looking up here, you're going to be looking at your heading bug, your carrot for your center line, or you're just going to be looking here, or you're going to be looking outside. You have to pick a spot. If you try to look at the HUD and also look down here, like, oh, I'm looking up here for this, but I know my airspeed's down here, that's where you run into problems. You have to train your mind to look at one spot for information, whether it's the HUD, whether it's the PFD, or if you're just staying visual outside and you're just looking through the HUD. You have to pick one. Once you train your mind to pick one piece of information or one source of information, it's really okay, and then it's just going to come down to personal preference. We're not going to use the HUD on this landing because I flew this approach completely visual last night, or 2 nights ago. I flew it on Friday night. So we're going to fly it without the HUD tonight. But there is a Dreamflight MRLB. Okay, done. I'm going to get it, and we're going to do it. Chris, you're going to Costa Rica right before Expo? Dude, can you take me with you? Stayed by Mount Arnold and now saw glowing lava spewing out at night. About a 3-hour drive from Liberia. Very cool, SimFlyer. Very, very cool. Am I on scholarship? No, I am not in this. I'm not in school. Wait for Dreamflight V2, says Bills Mafia. Okay, I will wait for V2 then. If you had kids who are 19 and wanted to end up in your shoes, they have the commercial single-engine land and need to build the rest. Would you recommend CFI or a different route? Currently contemplating myself. Ari Bourbon, 3723. I would recommend the route that gets to time the fastest. Does that make sense? So if getting your CFI and becoming an instructor is going to get you the time the fastest, I would recommend that. If you have a gig lined up where you're doing banner towing or parachute skydiver dropping or whatever it may be, if you already got something lined up, honestly do that. This industry is 80% timing, 15% luck, and 5% skill. So the only way to put timing in your favor, because you can't control timing, but you can put it in your favor by getting your time the quickest. So if you have a job lined up where you can go build time, I'd say start doing that. And maybe on the side, knock out a CFI or work towards it if you can. But if you don't have a gig, you don't know where you're going to build time, then I'd go the CFI route. Timing is situational. Dreamflight is working on Microsoft 24 native still. You'd have to get the 2020-24 compatible. Okay. Well, I may not be able to wait then, because I kind of want it now. It's not. Who's that above us? I think that's an MD-11. There's 3 trails. Yep. Look at, he must have it pulled way back. There's that zippy MD-11. Do you want me to pass you, Zip? Speed up. See, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the real Independence one, you can't see those rivet lines. I don't know if that's a Max thing or if a livery thing. Do I prefer X-Plane 12 or Microsoft? Microsoft. Good to see you on. Wish I could even understand 1.5% of your knowledge. Hey, Tasman, listen. The more you hang out, the more you'll start to pick up, dude. So you need to join Cali for crew for World Flight. Our 7-3 team is legit nice. Will be tons of fun. You know what, Cali Simmer? Maybe in the future. I mean, what, you guys do it every fall, right? I don't know if the next one, if there is an invite on the next one. It's just, good thing I didn't commit to it last year because the timing just wouldn't have worked out, which I had a hunch it wasn't going to work out with switching operators. That's my biggest hurdle right now, is being the low man on the totem pole. I can't even commit to getting my own daughter's birthday off for one day, let alone a week of time off. And my current operator, they're pretty draconian about, hey, you will fly your award. It's scary to commit to something when you are like 70% sure you're not going to be able to get the time off to do it. But I would love to, even if, you know what, Cali Simmer, even if it was just for like a day or a half of the time or whatever, you know. Like if I could sub in for a shorter period of time. Man, you're good. You gotta get the Tri-Sim GFX for cloud and control effects. Game changer. There was a ton of that on my flight yesterday. You should hop in the H60 next time firefighting. Lots of fun. I do love it. So Eamon Burke, the problem with the H60 and the Huey, I love them both so much that I have to fly them. I have a legit helicopter rig at my house. So if you don't know, I stream my V1 content at an HQ because I live out in the sticks, so I don't have good enough internet. At least to my knowledge, I don't know if I got the newest Starlink, if it would work or not, which would be a game changer if it did. But I run my whole HQ. I got a lot of hardware and stuff for fixed wing at a different location. So, but at home, I have a dedicated helicopter rig with a cyclic and collective, and I've got some panels and stuff. So I may not be able to do it live, but I could make a video, or we could just do it for fun. You know, we could just, could be a Discord mission or something like that. But I don't even know if the internet would be able to hold up if I host a mission. Might have to be some other way to doing it, but the H60 is a great add-on. I do have it and I enjoy it a lot. I only have X-Plane 12 because I can fly the Fila 742 and the physics is better. Well, there's not a better airplane than X-Plane 12 than the Fila 74, so I'm with you there. If you're talking sim in general is better, I would disagree on that point. I think And Microsoft especially, it comes down to the developer. There are developers in Microsoft that take full advantage of the sim and of the flight model and SDK, and they make airplanes that fly just as good, if not better, than their X-Plane counterparts. I think maybe the X-Plane world is easier to build better flight models in. Maybe that's why it's less of a challenge to get a better feeling flight model in X-Plane 12. I think Microsoft, the devs, see, I'm running out of juice, guys. I'm out of coffee. The devs in Microsoft, they really got to know how to work the SDK, because if they do, they can make some wonderful, wonderful flying airplanes. Black Square, Just Flight, PMDG, Phoenix, Flight FX. Don't let that Flight FX sleep on you guys. If you want a pusher prop, freaking love the Piaggio. Love the Piaggio. We might do that in career mode for fun. The Flight FX Citation 10, probably the best hand flying corporate jet we have in the sim. In terms of feel. So it can be done. It can be done. Starlink is good now. You could probably stream easily on it. TGM. So I'm inclined to agree with you. The problem is I have all Gen 1 Starlink. So I would have to do a full upgrade. I'd have to do the new dish, the new router thing, the new modem. I have to do all of it. I priced it out. I think it was going to be like, I don't remember. I think it was like $1,500 to do the full, maybe more than that. I don't remember. Sorry, I just hit my mic with my water. If I got all the latest Starlink kit, it might work. It might work, but I'm so hesitant because TGM, here's the problem with live streaming. Even if I set it all up, say I spend the money, bring my PC over there, and I test their speeds and stuff and the latency, and it seems to work, it doesn't, I will not know for sure until I put it under load. So I have to legitimately do a full stream, try to get as many people involved, get my cameras running. I have to fully commit just to see if it would work. And if it doesn't work, not only are you out, $1,000+, but now all my stuff is there and I got to move it all back. It's kind of a pain. And I've also never been able to stream on a non-wired connection and have the same stability. So I just don't know, man. I don't know. And we're not just streaming a game, we're streaming Flight Sim, which is also streaming, itself. So you really need a connection. My son had the latest Starlink setup, tried it for streaming, it was a negative, Captain. It was awful. Yeah, Jay Jason, that's what I'm afraid of. Starlink for the elusive podcast? No, the pod's gonna happen here, AJ. The pod's gonna happen here. I just need to set it up. Speaking of, when is the next time we're going to be able to stream? So tomorrow we're going on a family vacay, and then let's see. We come back. So Monday, Tuesday, come back Wednesday. We should. I'm going to try really hard to stream Wednesday and Thursday. And we're doing Jet Card. We're going to do Jet Card. And we're going to do... There was something I wanted to do. We're definitely doing a Jet Card stream. I wanted to fly something, and I forget what it was. In the airliner world, I'm drawing a blank. Podcasts? Well, the channel is already built, Cali Simmer. If any of you can find it, you can be the first subscriber to it. The channel is already built on YouTube. It just depends if you can find it or not. Starship is amazing. I do like the Starship. What's your favorite chain restaurant to eat when traveling, and why is it Golden Corral? Texas Roadhouse, brother. Texas Roadhouse. Had Starlink for a while. It's great, but never consistent, dependent on the satellites. Exactly. Yep, exactly. BBJ. Thank you, Drew Smith. We're going to do a BBJ stream, probably on Jet Card. BBJ Jet Card. because I think that'd be fun. We've never done a BBJ stream, and if we tie it up with a jet card, and then we'll throw it up on Iveo too, you know? I mean, shoot, you know, three, 4, 5, 6 people flying on Iveo at a time now. That's a lot of fun, man. I'm flying the BBJ now on jet card, about to land in Clan. Where's Clan? Or Langley? Where's the land? Where's LAN? BBJ jet card 10 for 10. I'm really loving jet card, man. Oh, I know, Tyson. I know. Lawn is next to Ole Miss? Really? I did my first flight on jet card. The people on Discord, including Dev. Sean seems really nice. Yeah, Sean's epic. I love Sean. He's a good dude. Talk to him on Discord a little bit. I really think he has hit the nail on the head with a hole in the market of the flight sim genre. It's a niche hole. It's a very niche hole, but with what he's doing and how it's starting and how it's morphing, like from where Blue had it in the beta to like where it's at now, and if you kind of look at what's coming in the future, I think it's going to be really epic. Now the question is this: Lansing, Michigan. Oh yeah. Do we want to get a little head start financially, so I could get our company up sooner, so then we could start building our empire? Or do we grind the whole way? Zippy, juicy. What test do you do when doing a crew change in the 7.3? Thanks for the content. Thank you, man, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Very kind. Thank you, Wi-Fi. Speaking of Wi-Fi. Crew change, we do everything but the fire tests. So everything is the same. The only test that we do differently, whether it's a crew change or just an airplane swap, which would be a crew change, I guess, is a fire test. The fire tests are only done, the fire tests and door tests, we do that on first flight of the day. After that, everything is done the same. Man, we're going to get an X-plane sunset here if I don't crash the sim by moving the... Oh, look at that. I really, you know, it's funny. I never thought I would like the Max. It's growing on me so much. Especially because I know it flies so good now. Only 4 months to football season. Dude, the Jets are coming. This is going to be our year, baby. It's going to be our year for the Jets. Seems like traffic's been stopped at DFW. Let's see. Is there storms? I haven't been outside my little hole in the wall all day. Jets. Oh yeah, the storms are popping off a little bit. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Oh man, it parked over DFW. Yeah, they must be running a ground stop. Cells popped up and literally just parked on DFW. Giants are coming. It's going to be our year. Please, brother, please. DAC MVP season. I live next to the airport in Irving. I can confirm it's raining sideways. Aye. How about them boys? Woody Johnson's going to make sure the Jets suck forever. I don't disagree. One of your 777s just diverted to Houston. Really? Spicy. Flash flood warning in DFW. Man, we should have done a DFW flight. What am I doing out here flying up to Kennedy? We should have gone into DFW. When does iFlight drop the new EFB? That's a great question. I don't know. Does anybody else know? Yeah, they haven't moved much, Extreme. Normally the cells, they roll in and roll out. But right now, looks like they just rolled in and parked themselves there. I'm trying to decide between X-Plane 12 and Microsoft 24. The whole flight model thing is confusing. Fizu, well, I'll tell you what, out of the gate, you're going to spend a whole lot less money in 2024. The bang for your buck is in 2024. I would only recommend X-Plane 12 for someone starting out in Flight Sim World. I would only recommend X-Plane 12 if there is an airplane that's in X-Plane 12 that you really want to fly. Like, you're just a diehard 747 Classic fan, X-Plane 12, because you got the feelers. If you're a diehard, what else does it have? 777 fan. You know, PMDG's got the 777 in Microsoft, but the 777 in X-Plane offers a couple other things that are not offered in Microsoft, so you may want to look there. But for the most part, even now, other than the Classic 7.4, Microsoft has got a lot of airplanes in it that are pretty good now. As far as the flight model is concerned, some people will die on the hill that X-Plane 12 is better because it feels heavier. But here's a newsflash: not every airplane feels super heavy. Like, there are some airplanes that you flare in X-Plane 12 that if you flared like that in real life, you'd hit the tail every single time. So just because something feels quote unquote heavy doesn't necessarily mean that's correct. Now, I do think if you're going to place an air on both sims, I would say this. I would say X-Plane 12 airs on airplanes landing too heavy and being too clunky in the flare, like not enough ground effect. And then I would say Microsoft 2024 airs on airplanes having a little bit too much ground effect and end up tending being a little bit more floaty. But that's not something that can't be fixed by a good dev. There are good devs that will absolutely punish you if you get in below ref. FSS 727, you land at flaps 40, you better be on the ground at VAP or VREF +2. If not, that airplane's coming down every single time, and you're going to smash. Citation 10, Flight FX feels good. It plants itself, it feels good. Takeoff and landing. The Max, I haven't landed it. Asked me after we landed Kennedy. The PMDG 7.3 is good. The only thing I'd say about the 7.3 and from PMDG is it's way easier to grease the 7.3 in the sim than it is in real life. Do I have a video explaining the iFly localizer? What do you need explained on the localizer, my man? What's wrong with the iFly localizer? Prodigus, you greased the 7.2 yesterday, flaps 40? Nice. That's awesome. Hey, Flicks. What's going on, Menace? Good to see you. Alright, we're getting close to our TOD, but I wanted to see this sunset here. Oh, look at this. MSFS sunset time. Would you ever do a 17 professional series like I did? Yes. Yes, indeed. Time, Wi-Fi, time. I don't have enough hours in the day to do what I want to do. I need about 38 hours per day. If each day could last about 38 hours long, and my job could let me not go to work for a month, then I could probably get done what I need to get done. I am very new, so it could just be my fault. Never gotten the 7.3 Max localizer to work. Really? Well, it should work just fine, Obi-Wan. So it might be some procedurally that we need to correct. Tyson, you're waiting for that and the better hardware? Yeah. Well, so I'm excited to see what WindWing is going to be showing up at the Expo, or Wind Control rather. We've seen prototypes. We saw the prototype last year. I want to see what they got in the force feedback market with that full-size yoke. Good thing I'm not firefighting in a tanker. That 1776 paint shop would be ruined. Zippy, you're just an Englishman jealous of the great old 1776. A salty Englishman. Here, I'm going to go to outside view just for Zippy, so we can look at that. Take your tea and dump it into harbor. Are you looking for the Vector 7.8? I wouldn't say I'm not looking forward to it, but I don't want this to sound bad, but I don't really care per se, just because I don't really look forward or get hype for pre-release stuff. You know, I like what FSR did. Maybe it's because maybe that was already announced a long time ago, but I heard about FSR coming out with a Phenom, and then they dropped an airplane like 3 days later. You know, so that's what I like. When you have something for me to fly, I want to hear about it. Until then, I've seen too many times, man, where devs get lost and this happens and this happens, and it ends up being a 25-year process for an airplane to come out, so I just don't even mind. Did you see them scrap the 321? Yes, I looked at it. I flew that airplane June of 2024, rough landing. I did a Atlanta to Newark turn in that bird that was being scrapped in that video. I looked it up. Was it 940? Yeah. The full-size yoke at FS Weekend went 400 to 600 USD, and apparently the full-size 320 overhead for 375. Well, that's the other thing, Eamon Burke, is they do all these promises with stuff and prices, and it's their strategy, in my opinion, to come out and show something crazy that looks amazing with a good price, and then they have no release date. It's 3-4 years away, and that prevents other companies from excelling and getting their product released. So I don't know. As far as the full-size overhead, I'll see again. I'll believe it when I see it. I do believe they're going to come through with it, but they've also said they're going to have a tiller for the last 3 years. You know, that hasn't come to fruition yet. The 7.8 is also a bit of a boring plane, in my opinion. All the screens make buying flying. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Prodigist. The 787, if let's say the Vector 787 is a really good airplane, which I hope it is. I do hope we get a high quality 787. I'm going to treat that airplane and fly that airplane on routes like a 757 would, because in my opinion, the 7.8, especially the short one, it should be a short route airplane. I don't know. I think they're kind of mid real life. The cockpit is super nice, but in my opinion, I'm gonna fly. I'm not gonna set up. For me, setting up a long haul. You guys remember when we did the long haul from Sydney to LAX, 17 hours? Setting up that 7.4 was okay, but you know what would have made that stream better? If we were in the Felis. And it takes a full hour. Like the Felis, if you really want to do cold and dark, a full hour setup is what you need for a long haul. A 787 would be like 3 switches, boarding, done, and then you go fly and cruise for 15 hours. No. I like the Felis. That's why I can't wait for the PMDG 7.4 Classic, because that airplane is going to require a lot of setup. And then we've got the whole world available to us for long hauls. Yeah. Do I think the B107 from Rosefire is worth $650? I don't know, Taskman. They were in contact with me. I tried getting a review copy. I was not, they never responded. So I'm not saying, look, I really don't want this to come off in any bad way, but I was in contact with them, and I told them that they should put the little rubber knobs on the overhead and stuff, and they did, which looks good. And I thought, hey, I asked them, could I get a review copy? I don't have to keep it. Doesn't matter. I give it back if you want, whatever. But I never got one. And I just think that's odd, because normally when a company has a product that they want to show off, they're all about getting it out there and people showing it off, right? So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it or not. I think it looks good. I would definitely love one. I look forward to seeing it at Expo. If it is as good as I think it is at Expo, I may get one, not gonna lie, because I would love a 737 overhead. I would definitely love a 737 overhead. But I'm with you. For $650, whoo, brother, there's not a whole lot of publicity in terms of like the big spotlights. Like, you know, I don't see any of the big streamers showing it, showcasing and all that stuff. So it gives me a little pause. Gives me a little pause. I would love to see it in person, which to my knowledge, they're going to be at Expo, right? So I shall be at the Rosefire booth. Wish PMG would give some updates on the 7141. Well, see, yes and no. I kind of like that they're not, Prada, just because guess what? I don't want to be hyped, and I can't stand the hype anymore for the 741. I'm so hyped for it that I don't even want to be hyped for it because I don't know when it's coming. So for me, no news is good news. I hope the next time we see something on it, we see it in the sim flying. If we see it in the sim flying on the next PMDG update, all right. All right, let's look up terminal charts for John F. Kennedy. Chart utilities. We need to chart clip. How do I do this again? Edit clip. The D's nuts arrival. No, we're on the Cameron 5. And we're also on the RNAV 13. That's the Parkway visual. Page up. 13 right. 13 left. RNAV Zulu. Should start from assault. It does. Let's go ahead and set this up. And actually, let's go back a clip and pull up the Cameron 5. There's some specs on there we need to hit. Cameron 250 at 11. .250 at 11,000. Make that a hard altitude. Boom. Let's go ahead and set 11,000. We got to turn some of these lights down too. 11 is set. Sounds are up. What is this flood over here? All right. Cameron 10, 11 and 250, and then Hodge is at 180, or lowest flight level. This will get us coming down. Hogs 180. There we go. Here it comes. I wish Windwing would make a heavy Boeing MCP. Oh, like a, yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool. All right, down we go. Let's set up the box for the arrival here. So let's go in ref. We're going to be, ooh, I did this at 140 last night, or 2 nights ago. So very close to the same ref speed too. I gotta turn all these brightness knobs down. Alright, flaps 30, 138. We need to go to Prague, nav status, page 2. VOR updating off. We need to go to Prague, page 4. Now we're gonna do 0.3. And we'll put that in there, and we'll leave the RNP the way it is. You don't need to put 150 in there. We don't have a published RNP value. It is a visual approach, so we'll leave it as is. We'll leave the RNP ANP as set. 0.3 on the RNP actual. That's our check +2. Making a little turn here as we get set up. Minimums on the approach. How do I make these light? 2000 MDA 1260. That's a MDA. That means we must do addition. So 1260. plus 50. 1310. Wow, it's going way fast. 1310 is set. And let me get the current METAR down there at Kennedy. Oh boy. Current real world weather 080 at 7. Overcast 1700, 6 miles, drizzle, mist, few at 800. Ooh, brother. 3024. set. Should have copied it over. Copied everything over except the barrel. $13.10 copied over beautifully. All right, don't do that. All right, approach. We've already looked at that. Arrival, we've looked at that. Why are we doing 250 knots in the descent? 310 or better, please. It's going to get us low, but that's all right. All right, we're set up. We're going to do auto 2, flaps 30, 138. Visual approach backed up with the RNAV. Well, the RNAV approach into a visual. Is there a minimum weather on this? Let me look at the chart again, the real world chart. I'm sure there is. It says RNAV Zulu 13. Do not exceed 210 knots until DeVito. Oh, that's on the missed approach. I'm worried about that. Minimums, we need 2 miles. Gets us down to 1247. What did I say the ceiling? Broken 800? No. Missed. Few at 800. Overcast 17. Cool, brother. It's going to be close. It's going to be right at, it's going to be just above mids, but we're going to have some fews there below. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy. All right, how do I show menu? Night mode. Hide menu. One other thing we're going to do here in the box, we're going to go to the legs page. We're going to take the final approach fix, which is a final approach point, excuse me, which is Canarsie. Canarsie. Fix. Put it there. We'll put a 2-mile ring around Canarsie's SA. Gosh, blue hour in the sim is beautiful. Zippy, eat your heart out, brother. What do you add the MDA to? You add it to the minimum altitude. So MDA is a minimum descent altitude, which means, easy way to remember it, must do addition. So you're going to add 50 feet to 1260. 1260, 50, 1310. If this just said DA, decision altitude, then you would not add 50 feet. Anytime you see MDA, add 50 feet. That is what we do here. Final approach course will be 134. I don't really need it, but we'll throw it up in the window as we're supposed to. 134 set both sides. Seatbelt sign is coming on, wing lights are coming on, logo lights are coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare for landing. Flight attendants, please prepare for landing. All right, flight attendants are prepared. Let's do a recall check. 6 across the board. Descent checklist, please. That's beautiful looking. Altimeters. Did we set it yet? 3024. Set. Cross check. Approach prep complete. Pressurization is checked. Train display selected. My side. Lights are set. Descent checklist is complete. Look at this, coming up the eastern seaboard, baby. I live close to Candy in real life. Patchy fog all over. I'd be ready for mist. We'll be ready. Let's see what the mist is. Let's review that. Mist approach procedure. Climb to 4,000 on the extended visual, approach track to 13, then direct to Vito and track to 073 to Herbo. So straight out, we're basically straight out, speed up, clean up, make our way over to Herbo and hold. We got that in the box here? Yes, we do. There we go. So there at DeVito, and then out to Herbo and hold. That's the approach. Set up. We're looking beautiful. Speaking of the next add-on, do we know when Black Square's next project is? We do not, D-Doom. We do not. I sure hope it's a King Air 200. The amount of times, I don't know what I've had in my cart more. Parallel 42 fishing app or the Carenado Beechcraft 200, because I really, really want the King Air 200. I want it so bad, but I know I will be thoroughly depressed after flying Black Square's PT6 animations and simulations and sounds. But I just love King Airs. I want it so bad. Did you know Spirit Airline Captain Peterson? Yes, I did know a Captain Peterson. Does his first name start with a T? Amazing dude. Sergey says the Carenado King Air is not good at all. I unfortunately bit the bait. Oh no, really? We either just flamed out or we're slowing down. We're slowing down to 250. Southwest 357, flight present position, direct to assault. Descend and maintain the 3,000 vectors, RNAV visual, 13 left. Down to 3,000, direct assault, Southwest 357. 3,000 set. Miggs is in the house, my man. What's going on, brother? Says visibility might be a bit poopy, but I'm looking forward to that conga line on the drone cam. Yes, sir. Just saying. I will try to, I'll tell you what, let me take a look at the conga line. Guys, I'm going to do my best to get the conga line. You went to school with his sons? Oh, dude, I love Captain Peterson, man. He's a great dude. He retired, though, right? He retired prior to the bank, or prior to them going out of business, right? Or was he still on property? Yeah, look at this little conga line. Too bad the MD-11's in front of us. It's got a, you know, showboat and all. All right, good spacing there. The only aircraft that needs a little bit of spacing is Southwest 123. You just got to pull it back a few knots, pull it back 10 knots indicated or 15 knots indicated, and that should space you out. Everybody else is looking good. Let's get a little speed brake action going on here. I'm going to be honest with you, speed brake deployment, pretty much one-to-one real life. Again, I spent 6 hours looking at this wing yesterday. I looked at this wing a long time. And I was, oh, I actually have a landing video we could have watched. Oh, my cams don't work. It's too late now. We'll save it for the next Max stream. I recorded the landing. Yeah, he did retire. Mark Brown, yeah. Yeah, I know him. Good dude. Probably just are going to speed up a little bit? All right, roger that. MD-11 is ahead of us because Rescue won that side. Zippy, oh, okay, anybody here in the stream now, who were the two helicopters at the end of the last stream after I shut the stream off? There was two helos, well, we need to slow down, speed brake, full extend. There were two helos that were around my crash site, and I went and took selfies. Next to those helos in multiplayer at the end of the last stream. It was pretty funny. I don't know if you guys are still in the chat. There was a H-60 and there was something else. I don't know what it was. Fancy helicopter. We're definitely speeding below 10. I don't know why we're doing that. The jet should have honored that. Restriction. Commuting, Gus. Commuting, brother. Seatbelt sign is on. I'm going to level change this because she's struggling to maintain. Why are we at 280 knots? 250, I'd fly. The H60 was you, Evenberg? Nice, dude. I got a good screenshot of me standing in front of your bird. Could you see my character? Aviation dude said I was supposed to be one of them, but my sim committed the big sin of eating itself. Oh no. I was curious if you could see Barry Seal's character walking around your helicopter when I took this picture. You did. That's awesome. All right, cool. That's funny, man. You know what? Instead of community fly-ins, we should have community fishing trips. Maybe that'll put me over the edge for buying Parallel 42. We could have community fishing trips. We'll fly in, and then we'll go fishing. Why are we at 280 knots? Because you let it. Instructor pilot. I know. I don't have my FMC plugged in, Gus. It's not working, so I have to use the on-screen FMC. It threw me for a loop. I mean, talk about a shot down the eastern seaboard, Chad. This is... You don't get any perfect down the eastern line than this. Am I crazy to say, is this a crazy take? Flight sim is low-key more fun than real flying. Like, if I got paid the same as I do now, even on first year pay at my new operator, to sim, I'd probably do it. Because the flight simulation has come so far. It's so enjoyable. I flew this approach last week. No, I flew it last night. Not last night. The night before, Friday night. I flew this approach Friday night, so it's fresh. Southwest 357 at 3,000, reduced speed, maintain 210 knots, spacing. Okay, at 3,000, 210. Now we should be able to close the speed window here. VNAV, it should drop to 210. She's not. Why is she not? You see how it's in the box here at 210? We should be at 210 here. I'm telling it 210. So she's being a little bit finicky. I think it is slowing to 210, but it's... What is it doing? Why has it got 250 bugged? Well, I'm very confused. So it's going to maintain 210, but it kept 250 bugged. What if I target speed 210 at? Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. 210 or below. It's everywhere it's supposed to be. It should show 210 right here. Flaps 1. Okay, well now it's doing the flap speed, so let's close the window, 210. I put the flaps out, it went to the flap speed, so that was correct. Interesting. That's all right. 210, flaps 1, assault at 3.
American 2212, 357. Don't panic. I will avoid you. I am totally not heading right for you.
Where are you? Looking for him.
Look off your left wing.
Oh, there he is. Ah, I got you out there. He's coming right at us.
Delta 987 at information network central Balchi. Passing 2000 feet, approaching on a 04 left and report on établi sur a 04 left.
What? Sergey, thank you for the 4,000 cop, man. Once an Airbus driver, forever an Airbus pilot. Hey, yes, sir. Nah, I don't know though, man. I don't know. I do like the comforts of the Airbus, my man. I will never deny the comforts of the Airbus. I'm having a lot of fun on the 7.3 though. I'm having a lot of fun on the 7.3. Was it Air China 981? Southwest 357, maintain 3 south until Seoul, 210 knots until Davido. You are cleared. RNAV 13 left approach. All right, 3 till established, or 3 till assault rather. So we're cleared approach. We're LNAV, VNAV, VNAV path. Set minimums 1,400 feet. 1,400 feet is set. We'll maintain. Well, 210 will be a little bit tight. We'll go 210 for a little bit here. Then we'll go 180 just prior to the fix. Air China 981, Kennedy ground. Air China 981, Kennedy ground. Have you been cleared to your gate? Cleared to the gate. Thank you, Mix, for the 2 Canadian. What? Oh, man, I'm ready.
Heavy is direct for Canarsie. We're holding 180 knots to get separation.
All right, he's going to Canarsie. We're going dim. You good with dim? We're good with dim. Lights are set. What's the temp outside? Plus 22. We're looking good, Chad. We're looking good. Oh, flight recorder. Gosh, there's so many things
2,500.
to set up. All right, knock it back. 180. Flaps 5 as soon as I get the recording going. Recording is on. Flaps 5. Let's help it out here a little bit. Lock in, Mix. It's time to lock in, brother. Sounds up. Everyone be quiet, leave me alone. Close the window all the way up. Flaps 10. Got a little bit of a tailwind, so we're going to help it out here with the speed brake. Gear down. Flaps 15. Arm the speed brake. Speed brake's armed. Flaps 25. And flaps 30. 4 landing checklist below the line. Speed brakes, armed, green light, gear, down green, flaps 30, green light, 4 landing checklist is complete. Where are my reels at? I should be seeing some reels up here. There they are. We got 2 sets of them. I'm going to disconnect, it's not bound. My view is a little bit
Approaching minimums.
jacked up here.
Minimums.
I went into VNAV out, killed the flight directors. I was too late.
1,000.
1,000 feet stable, I got the rabbits in sight. Here comes the rain. Wipers, please. Happy's in sight, a little bit low, correcting.
500.
This approach altitude set 5,000 if we need it. Winds from the left. It's actually, it's opposite of what it was doing when I flew.
400.
Through 500 stable target, sync 700. 15 knot
300.
crosswind from the left. A little bit high, keep driving down.
200.
2 over 2, we're looking good. Expect 3 reds here as we go in.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Deployed. It was a great touchdown, then it got a little wonky for a second. 80. Manual brakes. 60. This is literally the exit we made right here. Right turn Bravo, right turn, contact ground. Guys, we literally exited the same exact spot. That was cool. Weather was about the same, other than the wind was not such a direct crosswind. Kennedy ground, or Kennedy traffic, Southwest 357, clear 13 left. Good touchdown, got a little wonky after touchdown. That might just be physics. No hablo español. Flaps up after land.
Champion traffic, American 2212, short final, 13 left.
All right, let's see this MD-11 come through here. I'm going to leave my lights on because I want to see the MD-11 pop through the clouds. We'll just take it on this taxiway. Oh, gosh. Sorry, guys. Recording is stopped. We got the recording. There he is. He's in the turn. Look, look, look. He's in the turn. That's got to be spicy in the TFDI. It's got to be a whole lot of fun, man. Great any-build scenery here with the rabbits coming in. My seat position, you see how much of a difference seat position makes? I could not even see those lead-in lights until I adjusted my seat position. The default iFly seat position is way too low. Way too low. But that's something you got to keep in mind. We're missing our turn off, but that's all right. We're going to come down here. We're going to watch this guy land. Matter of fact, I'll stop right here.
Kennedy traffic, American 346 is on to torque final for runway 13 left.
Oh. Not bad, Zippy. Zippy's getting that MD-11 down, man. Not bad at all. Southwest 357, hold position there. Your gate's not open yet. Contact ramp control. Let me know when you're ready to move. All right, brake set. After landing checklist, that's coming up. Coming up to 5. Auto brakes off. Flight director's off. Auto brakes off. Trim has been reset almost. Let's get our lights off.
Keep coming, I'll vacate.
Off. Start you. Off. Steady.
2212 vacated.
Let's see where we are here. Okay, listen, we get a bonus APU startup. Oh, brothers.
Yeah, we'll roll it down to the end, American 346.
What is this? What am I looking at? Is this a formation?
23, crossing RC 1500 feet, to Boeing 319.
Oh, are y'all doing a formation RNAV 13 left? Now this is something I've never seen before. Oh my word. I hope he has his gear down. I hope that's an LOD thing. I think it is. Spacing is adequate. 1777 just gave birth to another. All right, here comes it. What's that, 319? A little bit high. Oh, it might have been a desync. That looked good. Got it down. Holding that nose off like a professional. That's how you land the 319. Keep that nose up. That's how I know you got a professional in there. Absolute cinema. Thank you, Mix. I missed the other one. Outstanding. That's going to be a hard land at the top over to the Congo line. Thank you so much, Mix. That's a fun approach, isn't it? RNAV 13 left visual. Thank you, Mix. Appreciate the super chats, buddy. 777's in formation. Oh, I see him kick it over with the rudder. Saw one of them kick it over with the rudder. All Italia. United. That's got to be Chris PT6.
Kennedy traffic, American 346, clear of runway 13 left.
You know, I think that All Italia might be multiplayer, not Iveo, because I have my multiplayer on still.
Kennedy traffic, Southwest 123, short final, runway 13 left, Kennedy.
Should we see how this thing single engine taxis? Southwest on short final. Let's see how it's single engine. No, we won't have sounds in replay, so we got to leave the engines running. But let's go max cool for the folks in the back. We got another one coming in here. Yes, Southwest coming down the pipe, looking good, looking a little bit more stable than I was. I got a little bit, I'll say this, I flew it better in real life. I got a little bit high initially on this one, and then we got a little bit right of course, but we corrected. I wasn't expecting that crosswind. Desync. I gotta update my Aveo, I think it'll fix that. Southwest is down and safe, blinding everybody with the solar beams. Down, see, make sure there's somebody else up there. I think they're all down. Conga line is on the ground. Everybody's on the ground. Let's taxi to the gate. Brakes released. Southwest 357, continue taxi.
Kennedy traffic, Southwest 123, clear the active at
Bravo
Alpha,
Tango Alpha
Kennedy.
gate. We're going to go to the American gates. Bravo Tango Alpha gate. It's up here. Nice job, everyone. Indeed. Smash that like button for formation landings. 777. Yeah, this is IVAO, correct. Great Kennedy scenery. So this is, I mean, people, we want to talk about night lighting and effects and light pollution. I will tell you, that approach we just flew, almost the only thing that was different from real life to what I just saw visually was the rabbits in real life were a tad bit more visible. And there's like one hotel or something right at the turn that I didn't see in the streaming scenery, or what is it, the orthogrammetry. Other than that, though, the lighting and the contrast, everything, that looked so real. The same exact weather condition as last night, except it didn't quite start raining. It was just kind of misty. It wasn't actually raining like this. Didn't have to use the wipers on the approach. But I mean, that's, if you want to know if the night lighting is believable, that approach was very, very believable. And it's fresh in my mind. Like I said, this was 2 nights ago, so always love to see that. That was pretty cool. Southwest American merger when? I want to park over here because I think that MD-11's coming over here. So we got all our taxi light on, logo, serve steady, kill the main light. We'll take the end gate here. Chris PT6, super fun, man. I'm glad. Yeah, wasn't that fun, dude? Flying that approach. I hadn't flown that in over 10 years because the last time I flew it, it was in a 170, and it was It was just called the Canarsie Visual. So that was pretty cool. All right, 737 line is the second one. Erp. Oh, premature erp. Where's AJ at? Brakes set. Unfortunately, we can't shut her down because we will not have sounds for replay. So we won't shut her down. But I do want to see this MD-11 enter the ramp. Tri-holers get special cameras. And then we're doing a replay, and I'm going home, and we're going on vacation tomorrow. I'm getting an MD-11 itch, chat. I'm getting an MD-11 itch. Maybe we should take the MD-11 down to Liberia. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. I wonder if this is a desync issue. I think it is. I think the Alitalia is Microsoft model and the United is Chris PT6 in Iveo. That's what's happening. There's not an Alitalia flying with us. Shared cockpits. Yeah, that's 100% what it is. Oh, look at that MD-11 turn it in. Yeah, so that's what it is. That Alitalia is a Microsoft model match and not Iveo. All right, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure flying with y'all. I'm going to disconnect from the server and I'm going to watch the replay.
Minimum.
Get the flaps in. Good night, Ralph. Thank you for stopping by. You're just now seeing that, Chris? Yeah, I think it's because we were flying in multiplayer online, so I have that traffic turned on, and we're on the same multiplayer server, Chris. That's exactly what it is. Because we were doing the firefighting. We still don't have any engine like thrusting up and down sounds to it. You gotta listen to the shaker the whole time too. Well, we might as well just play sail over the top of it. That's the one thing well, a couple things, but the unfortunate about the iFly, we don't really have replay sounds. Hold it. Get that right wing down. Oh, yeah, we just set her down. See, that was... Need a little more right rudder, a little squirrely, but we got her. We got her. Look at that touchdown, though. That touchdown was... That was pretty buttery, if I don't say so myself. Let's take a look at that. That was pretty buttery. Oh, butter. I'll do this. I'm going to reset the camera. We're going to go here. We're going to get up Faviano replay cam engaged until I can get Skypath, whatever it's called. Camera system. Skyview? Skypath? Whatever it's called. Alright. Locked in. Rewound. I want to watch it. Oh, that's terrible. I want to watch it from up here. As we shoot the approach, we'll turn the sim down. Chase plane, thank you. All right, guys, gals, thank you all for flying with me. Thank you for the folks that joined along there in the little pseudo group flight. That was a whole lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. Seeing the traffic come in on final. Enjoy the last few replays of the Canarsie 1-3 left Rabbits inbound. Right at minimums. That's about exactly what it looked like, guys. That is pretty dang good. I'm going to step off. I will see you towards the middle of the week, middle end of the week. And we're going to take it. We'll pick it up back there with the BBJ stream and maybe MD-11 down to Liberia. So you guys are awesome. Hit the like button for me on the way out if you haven't already. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See you. Even that spoiler retraction was 1-to-1 real life.